as a manufacturer, you need that. You need to see the future. And that is what you see with younger people. You see the future of the company.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced by launching this program?
Is to get the management behind it.
Yeah.
It needs to be a top-down approach. People say, they don't have this basic skills anymore, soft skills. And I don't think we need to blame first the kids, let's say calling them kids, I think we need to blame ourselves.
What are some of the feedback you're getting for the young people like that's in the program right now?
I get really good feedback. I'm always saying that's sometimes too much, just good things, where is the catch sometimes? But the students do really, really well.
You're listening to Leadership Manufacturing Podcast. I'm your host, Sannah Vinding. I'm a strategic leader with over 20 years of experience in B2B marketing, product development, and building high-impact leadership skills across teams. I'm passionate about sharing insights and tools to help professionals enhance their leadership skills. In each episode, we discuss relevant topics for leaders like you, and we're offering practical strategies, valuable insights, and it's all to help you refine your leadership style and drive success in your role. I interview professionals within the manufacturing industry, the distribution sector, and they all share their knowledge around leadership. So make sure to follow us, like and subscribe. Be sure to subscribe. And check out our YouTube channel or the website, and you can just search for Leadership in Manufacturing. New episode. Today we're diving into the future of manufacturing talent with Andreas Brockmann. He's the Apprenticeship Coordinator at United Grinding North America. Andreas spent over 30 years in engineering and training, and now he's building a 4-year apprenticeship program that's preparing the next generation of technicians for success. He's going to share the challenge of launching a program from scratch, the leadership lessons that make it thrive, and also how apprentices are transforming the company culture in ways no one expected. So get ready. The episode is full of practical insight on mentoring, leadership, and investing in the workforce of tomorrow. Enjoy. Thanks for listening in today. A lot of learnings are coming, and I have a new guest. So, Andreas, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you, Sannah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I always want to kick off an episode because it's about the manufacturing industry or distribution industry, but you're in the manufacturing industry. So I want to know, what's your passion about this industry?
I love the industry. Well, it's a fast-moving industry, a lot of new things. We hear a lot about Industry 4.0, AI, and things like that. So it's really an interesting industry. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is, right? It's a moving target. And there's so much happening, like if it's weekly or daily. And I'm always, when I see something, if I've been involved in any kind of project, when I see the final product out there, I'm always like so proud. I'm like, yeah, right. I was part of that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, okay. I want to talk more about, because you are responsible for the apprenticeship programs at United Grinding North America. So can you tell a little bit more, what is this kind of program?
So it's a mechatronic program that we created 2 years ago, and we hiring around 4 students every year to build really the workforce on our floor, the technicians we need in the future.
Nice. So what's your background, since you could fly in? Well, not fly in, right?
So I have a mechanical engineering background, and I've been in the industry for over 30 years.
Yeah.
In automation packaging. And 20 years I create now apprenticeship programs here in the United States. So I have a little bit experience there.
Yeah.
And I created a program in Florida, in California, in South Carolina, and of course here in Ohio.
Yeah. Nice. So what are some of the learnings, if you want to share, by building this program? And I'm sure it's not a static, right? You have to evolve and make updates and be up to date on everything.
Yeah, this is actually something I advise always to a company, if you don't know or you don't know everything, that's okay, so long you start something. Yeah. Well, it's important to have the next generation in your facility.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the challenges is state from state already. When you look through the different rules we have here in the US from state to state, how the colleges even work different here in Ohio than, let's say, in South Carolina or in Florida. So there's a lot of moving parts, and makes it even more challenging, but also more interesting.
Yeah. No, I like it. So how many have been through the program until now?
So the program started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And our program is 4 years long. So we are just in the middle
of it.
from the first group.
Yeah.
Where also everything changed a little bit for the students now. The first 2 years, they get basic training, they get the education done. Our students get an associate degree from a local college.
Yeah.
And now the last 2 years, they will rotate in the company from department to department, learning really the in and out from the whole company.
Yeah, that is nice. So at the end goal, right? And then let's just go ahead like 2 years from now. What will then happen?
So we hope that we can offer them all a job. I mean, it looks right now the economy grows. That means we probably grow. That means we have jobs available. Yeah. And if that is the case, we hope that we find a good spot for them. And while we see already what they like and what they don't like over the last 4 years then.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for both. We have already students what knows the company for 4 years, what knows the different departments. They know what they like and dislike.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a good match when they're finished.
Yeah. So how do you balance, because there's technical training, right? If I heard you right, but you also need some soft skills training. How do you build that into the program?
Yeah, but it works hand in hand already together. I mean, with every task they're getting, especially the first 2 years, I mean, they have to be on time, of course, they have to do quality work. Yeah. And walking through the company. And the first day I talk to them, say good morning to people, things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't really have an issue with this. But I hear this a lot, that people say, oh, they don't have this basic skills anymore, soft skills. And I don't think we need to blame first the kids, let's say calling them kids, I think we need to blame ourselves. If they don't have soft skills, we need to blame ourselves for that. Yeah. But I don't have problems with this. I mean, they're all really nice, to their coworkers, they have good manners, they're dressed nice. Of course, they get a uniform from us, and, everything really is not bad. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you apply? Is that just like normal if you were like applying for a position, or how do you get into this program?
Oh, yeah, you can apply online. It's right on our website. It's a part of the company now.
Yeah.
And we hire mostly direct out of high school, but it's not limited to that. And I actually go to high schools, or high schools coming to us, and we show them what it is about the program. And we had over 100 applications this year for 4 positions.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign as well, right?
There again, we always cry that we don't find people, there's a lot of people that want to go into manufacturing, and we don't have problems with it.
No, I like, that's a good sign. That's a really, really good sign, because we need the younger talent, right? And by you guys creating this program, you're like grooming in a good way.
Yes. I mean, the workforce get older, we need, like you said, young people to start and learn what we're doing. Yeah. But we cannot assume that everybody knows everything.
No.
So for that reason, this program is a really good program for that.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced by launching this program? If you can share some examples. Or maybe lessons learned.
I think the biggest challenge to start a program, and it's not just here at United Grinding, with my experience before, is to get the management behind it.
Yeah.
It needs to be a top-down approach. We know on a floor, on the production floor, everybody knows, we need younger people, we need help here, and so on. But the management needs to be behind it. And at United Grinding, it was a little bit easier. Our president CEO, he started his career in an apprenticeship program. And he made it clear to the management,
Yeah.
to be behind and help to create this program. And I think we are very successful in that.
Yeah. So it's also thinking long term, right? Because this is long term and getting this talent in
Yeah,
the organization.
definitely a long-term approach. I mean, when you think
Yeah.
about 4 years a program, that means the first person comes out, it's down the road in 4 years.
Yeah, and
It's
you're in the
different.
middle of it as well, right? So you
Yeah,
don't know yet what the final outcome is.
yes. But when you see already after 2 years, and then that makes me feel really good.
Yeah,
People ask the apprentice already for help.
yeah,
The apprentice show the workforce on the floor how to use machines, like lathes, milling
yeah,
machines, and things like that.
yeah.
So a change already, the culture change is already there, slowly.
Slowly. What are some of the feedback you're getting for the young people like that's in the program right now?
I get really good feedback. I mean, I'm always saying that's sometimes too much, just good things, where's the catch sometimes? But the students do really, really well. And
Yeah,
that is why I'm saying earlier, I don't see the problems with young people like other companies, and I'm not saying only here at United Gardening. Before, I mean,
yeah,
in Florida, it was on the Space Coast where we created this program.
yeah,
They had great talents starting in that program.
yeah.
So it's not just Ohio.
No. You can actually copy it, right? The framework,
Oh
or
yeah,
get the inspiration of this and create it in other organizations.
yeah. And this is the other thing too. It's really easy to start.
Yeah,
Sometimes we overcomplicate things, but we thinking about the end already.
yeah.
We started or created this program in just 3 months,
Wow.
from starting to have the first students in.
Yeah,
Was it completely done? No, and they don't need to be.
yeah,
Well, you have a whole year to create the second year.
yeah,
You have another whole year to create the third year, and so on.
yeah,
Yeah, so you don't have to have everything lined out completely. So long you start and make changes, that is the important part.
yeah. And how many hours are they at your company?
So the work week for students in the first 2 years when they go to school still,
Yeah,
it's still a 40-hour week. And we actually pay for them when they are in school. So they're sitting in class at the college and get paid. So still 40 hours a week.
yeah,
It is roughly the half. So there are 20 hours at the college in the class and 20 hours here,
yeah.
roughly.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that's a good one, right? Because you appreciate
Hmm.
them
Yeah,
and
we
want to
do.
invest in them as well. So I think
Yeah,
that's
that is really what it is. It's an
yeah.
investment in the future. It's not a cost. It's an
No
investment.
investment. Yeah. But what about the company culture? Because there's different company cultures, right? So how does that play into this program of making sure that it will succeed?
It changed the culture, I think, too. I think we have already here at United Grinding a very good culture. There's a lot of people like this place. When you see, um, I think most people are here between 10 and 15 years. So
Yeah.
that is a really, really high number. So you see, we have already a very good culture, but now bringing these young people in change, of course, the culture.
Yeah.
But as a manufacturer, you need that. You need to see the future, and that is what you see with younger people. You
Yeah.
see the future of the company.
Yeah. I want to ask about onboarding, right? Because when you have a new hire, you need some onboarding and the training and stuff like that. But also when you have this kind of program, I'm sure that onboarding has already been built in. So if you could tell them more about your traditional or your new onboarding, what does that look like?
I mean, we still have the traditional onboarding for some position,
Yeah.
but with this program now, when the students are done and actually getting in a position, the onboarding process is skipped, you can say, completely.
Yeah.
These students know the company already 4 years. They've been through different departments. They exactly know everybody in the company already, so they can go right away to the task, to the new job.
Yeah.
And even maybe they change the job, let's say in a year or two. We hopefully not. We find the right position for them, but
Yeah.
they even can switch to a different department with no time. There
Yeah.
is no onboarding.
Yeah.
And most companies in the manufacturing world, when you're here, onboarding is 3 to 6 months.
Wow. Yeah.
So to the point that you find maybe somebody what is not right for the position and you fire them after 6 months. We skip the 6 months
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
We know this person already. You know,
It's like a
sorry.
fast track, right? You already.
It's a fast track, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And they know how to navigate within the company, within the organization and stuff like that.
Yes.
Because then
Yeah, I mean, everything when
know.
you think about filling out your time cards or the simple things in life, every company has different systems and how they use it.
Yeah.
They know everything about it already. They do it already for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's already turned into that habit, right? A good habit.
Yes. Yes. And that is our thing too. Yes. You mentioned a good habit. They get trained already over 4 years. What is a good habit? What is the culture of the company and so on? So already they're fit in the company.
Yeah. So as you said, right, you're like in the middle of this program, you're 2 years in. So anybody after you started for the first time 2 years ago, what have you changed or modified anything about the program?
Not much for the first 2 years now. I mean, I used a really strong curriculum already, what was already created before. So, the program we use from the college, the associate degree our students get, everything stays the same.
Yeah.
The projects they're doing, I'm changing a little bit around, but not really much. So for that reason, we laid it already pretty good out for the first 2 years. And now, like I said, that's a new challenge. We will see how that works out with the next 2 years.
Next 2 years. No, it's good. We need to talk again in 2 years then. No, I'm just pausing the episode for a few seconds because I want to make sure you know that we have a newsletter. Go to leadershipmanufacturing.com, sign up for the newsletter. This is where we'll send one out when we have a new episode and also when there's any good leadership tips we want to share. Do it right now. Thank you. Back to the episode. So if somebody is getting really inspired and saying, oh, I need to create this kind of program. And as you said before, right, you say one of the important things is to have the management to support it. But what else do you need to have, to kick this off? What kind of advice will you give?
So for me, with the experience I have, and I worked with a lot of organizations, through the United States. For me on the end, and that is what we did, we had a training provider, a college, we had ourselves, and we had some good students.
Yeah.
That's all you need to start. If you want later to have different certifications on it or something like that, you can add this if that is necessary.
Yeah.
But don't overthink it and don't overdo it. Yeah. Especially with specific training, we try always to rely on the college or other training institutions to do this for us.
Yeah.
But they are not the people what can really do it. When you look our machines, the grinding CNC machines, they're very special machines.
Yeah.
I cannot rely on a college, give our students training on something like that. I need to do this in-house.
Yeah.
And for that reason, it's very important that we have these two parts, going to college, getting basic training, and get specific training in-house.
Yeah.
So that's really what you need.
Yeah, I like that. But what about like leadership skills? I want to ask, what do you see as important? And again, I don't think you don't need to be, you don't have to have it in your title, right? To say, hey, I'm the leader, right? I think everyone is a leader because you work in an organization. You have to work functional. So what kind of skills do you see that you need to have in today's world?
Be a mentor. That is always what I say. A coach, a leader who guides, but don't dictate. Don't think you know it all, give a guidance for the students, where you want them through to the path, but allow really that they develop their own personality in your company. That is really what is important.
Yeah.
So be a good mentor. That is something what is really important.
Yeah, I like that. And I think if you are a mentor, it's always a two-way street, right? Because you learn both ways.
Yeah.
And
that is the other thing is includes the whole company in something like that. So everybody is the mentor in the company.
Yeah.
If you talk to a student on the hallway or in a break room, you're already a mentor in that moment.
Yeah.
So everybody is a part of the apprenticeship program, the whole company.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. So did you have a mentor?
I have a mentor.
Yeah.
Yes, my colleagues are mentors for me too. I mean, bringing feedback to me, and mentoring me, Andreas, you should do this probably different, or can you do this in a different way?
Yeah.
It's for me even very important to listen to others. Yes.
Yeah. So I love to ask, always like to say, when do you know if you are a good leader or a good mentor, maybe?
If people take your advice, I think that shows you are a good leader, a good mentor.
Yeah.
And I give you a really good example. What just happened last week. I had a student on a business trip in Ohio. What was one of my first students in South Carolina 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And he reached out to me and said, Andreas, I'm on a business trip in Ohio. I'd like to visit you if it's possible. So we had a beer together, and he talked about what he learned 20 years ago from me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this gives you goosebumps,
Yeah. It does me too.
That the student really, after 20 years, reached out to you and thanks you still for, what I did for him, or we all did for him. It's not just me.
No. I like it. It's funny because my next question was actually to ask, what made you feel really proud of being a mentor. But I think you just mentioned, right, with your example here.
I mean, you're changing really lives in a positive way, and you don't really realize sometimes how big that can be.
No.
Yeah. Like I said, the student that just showed up last week, he makes 6 figures now, out of an apprenticeship program. He was happy, and he have already a house, now, of course, and a wife and things like that. So you see, he will be successful. He is already successful, and you've been part of that. So it's really cool.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's a really good example, right? And I think also by keeping in touch, which it's become much easier with everybody, right? Being on social media, or it could be on LinkedIn, right? Or you have the email. It's much easier to connect and to find.
Oh yeah, definitely. Today, I mean, in the world we are, everybody can find you everywhere.
Yeah. But so after pandemic, right? It's still 5 years ago. The world changed a lot. So anything that changed the way you're leading or the way you're working that you can share?
I think after the pandemic, when we got everything online, really, a lot of training was going online.
Yeah.
But in the world of manufacturing, we still need this hand-on part.
Yeah.
I always say, you cannot learn to put a nail in a wall, without having a blue thumb. I can tell you how to hold the nail and the hammer and things like that, but if you never practice it, you will never be good in it.
No.
Yeah, and this is true with a lot of manufacturing components. And I think we are back really for where we've been before. We still do a little online part.
Yeah.
What we all learned through the pandemic, the Teams meetings and everything, what we're doing here right now.
Yeah.
But with the training, we are back to almost where we've been before, I want to say.
Yeah. But it's so important, right, to have that hands-on and be in be in the moment because you learned so much more of it. I'm comparing to something simple now. My brain was like, oh yeah, right. It's like when you buy an IKEA furniture, right? And you have more than one of them, and then you screw up in the first one, but then the next one you assemble, right? You're like, oh, I learned from the first one. I think we've all been there.
Yeah. It's experience in life, and if you do it, and like I said, with us on the manufacturing side, doing it with a hand, it's a must.
Yeah. So it's also important to stay and stay curious, right? That's not what I'm always saying for this podcast, but also to learn and keep learning. So how do you learn?
Oh, I read a lot, and I look what other people really doing. Yeah, this is I like to learn from others. I'm really open-minded on that part and see, okay, there's a new program, a new company does this. What they're doing actually, I have a good company here, not far from us. They started a couple of years ago, a new program too, but their program is only 1 year long. So I looked and we communicated with each other. We've been actually on a business trip last year to Germany about apprenticeship, and had a lot of conversation why they're doing only 1 year comparing to us 4 year. What is the difference and things like that. So, it's very important for me to see what other companies doing, other institutions.
And get the inspiration, right? And also have that like conversation so you can understand what are they seeing and what is their needs, right? Because I'm sure if they have the 1 year, you have the 4 year, you have different needs.
That is exactly what it is with this program. It's a total different need. They have really only basic skills need, where we going much farther to very precise CNC machines, to repair and so on. So it's not just assembly something, what this company does. But it is also interesting to see, specific with this company, that they're starting exactly where I start. So there's even a possibility that their students, if they want more later, they can come to us and skipping already 1 year of our program, maybe. So their program is, without even talking to each other, it's pretty aligned with our program. So that's pretty interesting part.
So that's like a future collaboration here. No.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Okay, last question I have, Andreas. If you have to give yourself an advice, but you have to look like 10 years back, what kind of advice would that be?
Listen more. Listen more. And even to my mentors, and I'm coming back. I was the same thing like my students today. You probably remember too, we didn't really listen to our parents even, we have our own minds, and this is something, and my father actually was my supervisor in one company I worked. So even more why I can say today, if I would go back, yes, I need to listen more to him, definitely. But to other colleagues and mentors, that would be my advice to myself.
I like that advice. I like it. It's so important that you listen, and also you just pause sometime, right, before and saying, okay, let me think about it. You don't need to have that quick response every time. It's
and that is what I
think about it.
Say to the students right now, the new ones, I don't expect anything from you. Just listen, follow the instructions from the book, from the task, what you get, and ask questions. It's okay. If you want to go in a different direction, that's okay. So long we have the same goal in mind. How you get there, or from the left or right around the corners, it doesn't matter. Well, everybody is different.
I love it. It's the listen and keep asking question, right? It's a key thing. So Andreas, thank you so much. This was great to learn about the program, and we need to connect again in 2 years because I want to hear what the outcome is.
We will, Sannah. Thank you so much.
Thanks again for listening to this episode. I appreciate so much that you're here. And we are doing so awesome on YouTube. We have over 150,000 views. So be sure to follow us on YouTube, on the YouTube channel called Leadership Manufacturing. And of course, you should sign up for the newsletters as well, right? Because you want to stay in the loop when we have a new episode that comes out or when we actually are sharing some leadership tips. So again, go to leadershipmanufacturing.com, sign up today. And thank you so much for staying and listening to everything, the full episode. And remember, stay curious, keep learning. See you next time.